Hello, this is Rajith at One Illumined Heart. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited to share this video with you about the crystal pillars around the world and the most auspicious day in 2021. So, this is hopefully we'll try to keep this under 15 minutes. So, the most auspicious day of 2021 has come and gone. It was on January the 3rd of this year, 2021. It is the day that the crystal pillars around the globe have started to emit a frequency with a message that says you are a divine being. That's right, you and me, we are divine beings, you and I. It's absolutely fabulous that this is happening. This is now the Aquarian age, and we know that we're fully into it since December 21st. This is a positive help for shifting human consciousness. This is actually going to change the trajectory of opportunity for humans to move into greater love with the help of the universe. So everyone who wants to choose greater love gets to join forces and use this energy to catapult themselves and our communities forward into a greater loving human consciousness. So the Aquarian age is all about working together. And so here we are doing exactly that. And the crystal pillars, which have been started being established, as far as I know, back in 2004. They've been placed strategically all around the globe, however many miles, in all the areas that the Earth is being uplifted into a higher level of consciousness for fifth dimensional frequency. So you and I have the opportunity to choose. Do we want to live in a co-created new reality that is based on love, on brotherhood, on a sense of, I am a divine being, so that means I must be worthy. And remember, worthiness is intrinsic to who it is that we are. It has nothing to do with the judgment around being deserving. You are worthy if you're a divine being, right? So what do you want to create in your life? How do you want to experience life? How do you want to perceive yourself? How do you want to perceive your brothers and sisters in humanity that you meet? You have a choice here. We've always had a choice. But now the support of the choice to choose loving responses, loving recognition of who you are, who I am, who we are together is now right here. So it's been going on for a month. So because today is February 5th. And so for a month, these crystal pillars have been sending this frequency out. It's pretty darned exciting. A lot of the people that I've been working with as clients, as well as some of the new ones, are going like, whoa, I've been feeling a little bit different since the second week of January. And that's because that message is coming through. And so people who have been working with themselves, cleaning up their emotional body, going to therapy, doing meditations or mantras or regular prayer time and regular selfless service and loving connection with other beings, they're probably at a frequency that they can even respond better than the people who are a little sleepy, who don't know yet that their brothers and sisters in humanity are truly their brothers and sisters in humanity and not just somebody out there separated from themselves. So this is truly a powerful, loving change and a wonderful support from the divine to support us all into co-creating a different reality. So the question then, I'm going to follow my notes, is who are the people who can receive this? Well, number one, the people that can receive this are people who are of a little bit higher frequency. So we have on the globe a frequency of humanity at 5.0 to the highest possibility of 14.9 right now, unless you're like some major spiritual master guru, who has done like thousands of hours of meditation work to get maybe above that number. But that's what I was told, that was the highest number. So those of us who are able to receive this message at a more intense level are a little bit higher frequency. However, everyone from level 5 to 14.9 are all receiving this message. However, the density of a person's energy field will determine how much of that message comes all the way through into consciousness, into emotional contoured new behavior, new thinking patterns in your mental body, your physical aspect of how you interrelate with the world and other people. And so all of that changes. How are people feeling differently? So this is a little bit of a list that I have made. Let's see here. So we are all able to relate differently to Mother Earth, to one another, to all life forms, animals, birds, fish in the ocean, insects on the ground, plant life, all of it. All of it, we're going to start noticing and communing with that energy differently. We're all going to become more vigilant about the value of other people, the value of our earth, the value of our plant life and our animals. We'll be looking at things from a, not how can I use this perspective, but how can I send loving appreciation and work together with this species in saying, I'm a divine being, you are a divine being, and you animals, you plant life, you fish life, you're also part of that divine creation, and moving into that place of really recognizing it. Okay, so a greater connectedness essentially is what will happen. All right, so people will choose love and brotherhood in this higher frequency over greed and self-serving behavior. They will understand inclusivity better, that it's important that all human beings are created equal in the eyes of the divine, whatever that is, or source. What we've come in with karmically and how we are, whatever we've chosen for embodiment and experiences, that's individual. And it all needs to be loved and respected because everyone has a different lesson here on the planet. Okay. People who are embracing this, I'm a divine being, are going to hold greater peace and greater harmony within themselves and between themselves and their universe. And it will be easier for them to co-create a loving reality. Just a second here. Okay, so next, as I said earlier, everyone gets to have this message in their energy field. The denseness of the energy field will determine how the message of the crystal pillars is going to be impacting someone. So a person who is a level 9, so from levels 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 through all of 14, all the people there are going to hear that message all the way through their energy field into their brains, into their physical body. So the cellular memory is going to hold this new thought form. I am a divine being. You are a divine being. This is going to change how each person is going to relate to the world and perceive it and value it. Very important to know that. Okay. So the people who are lower than a level 9, they're going to feel it in their psyche. They're going to feel it in the higher levels of their spiritual nature. And whatever is in the way of them receiving it on the lower spiritual levels, in terms of lower, closer to our human consciousness and interacting in the world level, and our mental level, our emotional level, and our physical level. They'll have a more challenging time integrating that energy into the flesh, cellular, bone aspect of who we are in relationship to our world. So the plan then is to help raise the consciousness and frequency of our planet, of the people on it. We've got 8 billion some people on the planet. Wouldn't it be fabulous if everyone on the planet were to embrace this truth that will be emitting for a year from these crystal pillars of I am a divine being? That means my perception of who not only I am changes, but who you are changes. My willingness to treat you with more love because I'm treating myself and my awareness with more love is greater. What does that do? That creates a different reality in our communities and in our world. It creates greater harmony, greater peace, greater interconnectedness with one another. So why not choose to embrace this message? Some of us have no choice because it's just moving in. My clients are seeing it. They're noticing the shift inside themselves. They're having a sense of greater hope, a sense of well-being, and a sense of being connected to their purpose, to their divine purpose, whatever that message is for that individual person. Not necessarily to be connected to an outer worldly material goal, which there's nothing wrong with that, but that isn't what this message is about. We've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of people focusing on their survival goals, goals to earn money, goals to become rich, goals to become powerful, goals to have power over others, whatever that may be. This is a different kind of energy. This is the energy of love. I am love, you are love. How can we express that together as a community and achieve different results than what we're having? So the trajectory is powerful. It means as we embrace this cellular change, we truly get to be the change we want to see in the world because our frequency has changed. So my goal, as I said earlier, we have 8 billion people here. I'd love it if 8 billion of us, all of us, got to rise up into this fifth dimensional frequency of greater love and understanding. I think that would be absolutely fabulous. And it would change how we live our world. And all the young people and all the people who are even older who've been holding back these amazing ideas of how to create a healthier planet, how to, grow things more organically, quickly, how to get clean water, how to have different forms of transportation. We don't know how it's all going to change, but we have to allow the inventiveness, the human creativity to come into place to bring us together into a new consciousness and a new world. This is now the time. This is the year of huge, tremendous changes that are coming, whether you like it or not. It is here. The Aquarian age is here. The planets have literally realigned to support the powerful kind of impact of opposite thought forms to come together and butt heads so that we have the opportunity to make change. What do we want to believe? What do we want to go create? But now the universe is giving us way more support by the activation of these crystal pillars that have been growing and growing and growing. The first one that I ever noticed was in 2000, let's see, was it 4 or 5? Let me see here. Nope. Yep, it was in the fall of 2004. Was the first time that I noticed it. I was picking up my granddaughter from her school, and the office was on the second level, and the playground was down below with another set of, school classes down below. And I noticed in the playground this about 10 foot around, huge, tall, I couldn't even see the end of it, pillar that wasn't of like physical kind of energy that is, what we can touch like a chair. It was energetic, it was luminous. And I could see it and I just went, whoa, what is this? And I was told this was the school that my granddaughter needed to be at because that pillar was growing there and that people would be influenced by that pillar with the love of possibility that it was holding. And that school was always extraordinary. And the people that worked there, many of them were super extraordinary with compassionate, huge, loving hearts. It was totally amazing how loving and supportive that they were of me and my granddaughter and so many other children that were there. It was truly a godsend. And that was the first time I actually saw a pillar. And that thing has grown. It's now over 100, I think it's 105 or 10 feet now. It's huge. I also have a crystal pillar in front of the house that I'm living in. My friend has a crystal pillar. One of my friends who just recently passed away had a huge crystal pillar in her backyard. And then another friend of mine who a couple of years ago moved into a senior housing facility, huge building, lovely people in it. And by the tavern and the auto shop next door, there was this huge pillar superimposing itself over this. And this pillar was also coming into the building, and it's now in the building. It's a little over 100 feet. So there is all this support that people are not aware of because they can't see the pillars, because you kind of have to have an active third eye. But those of us who can and who know that they're here and they're now doing something so powerful as to emit this frequency. I'd love for everyone to be able to get it. So how do people do that? How can we get people up to the higher level of spiritual frequency to be receiving this message so we can help change the world? One of the ways is, of course, that you do your devotional practices, no matter what religion you are. There is no right religion, no wrong religion. It's all about love and devotion to the Creator, to some people call it God, Allah, Source, Mother Nature. It doesn't matter what you believe in, even if you believe in your own higher self. That is all right. Being a loving person and having the intention of creating love, being kind to others, doing selfless service to other people, animals, the land, whatever it is, that's one way to do it, to lift your frequency. Along with, any prayer work, any devotional work, any canceling of judgments, curses, condemnations, all those things we humans do in our interactions in different lifetimes as well as in this one. We want to cancel anything and all things that are in the way of us receiving our own true higher self frequency and getting all of our soul parts in alignment with our divinity and our expression of who we are in the world. It's very important to be doing this. If people don't know what frequency they are and they want to be able to make more of this available to their physical cellular structure, everybody's receiving this on the higher levels of their energy field, right? We go out huge amount all the way around, about the 1,500 feet minimum, all around us is how big we really are. We think we're just these little guys here, but no, we're really huge. So the outer limits of us, if we're a 5, a 6, or a 7, is receiving this information. So it's coming into our field. We're all getting it. But those who can implement this energy are the people who are of higher frequency. So if you want to create change in the world, if you want to be the change in the world and co-create lovingly together in community, then you will want to make sure your frequency is up there to be able to receive this. If you're not sure what your frequency is, ask spiritual people around you what frequency you are. If you don't have people who know, please contact me. I'm honored and happy to share with you what your frequency is. I have people in my life who also can see these things and can help you figure this out. So if you want to know, please leave a message for me either on this YouTube message. You can leave me a message and ask me to connect with you. You can also connect with me by email at info@oneilluminedheart.com. That's info@one, and you're spelling the word one, illumined, ILLUMINED, heart, HEART.com. Okay? I also have a Facebook page. It is also called One Illumined Heart. You can also go there and leave me a message. I'll try and keep active on who's leaving me messages for questions. If you choose to email me, you have the advantage of sending me a selfie, a recent selfie of you, so I can tell you what your frequency is. And I'm happy to respond to you. And if I can't, I will send your information to one of the people that I work with who can share that information with you. So know that we are here to support you, to love you into being your bigger, best divine self in expression on the planet, and living in this incredible opportunity of hope for a better tomorrow that we can all create together. So I do want you to know that it is possible. I want you to know you're worth it, that you are divine beings. And those of you who aren't of higher frequency, don't be dismayed. The divine knows if you have a loving intention in your heart to anchor love, truth, brotherhood, kindness to other life forms, the divine knows it will lift you up, and we can help you get there. And those of you who feel beleaguered by life and your life circumstances and are in incredibly painful or difficult life situations, know that myself and the team of people that I work with will know how to help you lift yourself up. There's help everywhere available. And there's all kinds of ways to practice forgiveness. There's Ho'oponopono, which you can look up online. There's a beautiful website, www.thereisaway.org. He's got beautiful Ho'oponopono exercises, and it's a Hawaiian form of self-forgiveness, as well as meditations, as well. He does it with emotional freedom technique. I know that people who do Reiki, who also teach forgiveness, forgiveness is taught in churches and synagogues, mosques, temples. Most religions have it. There are many different forms of therapy that hold that as an option as well, like theta healing. There's many, many ways for you to lift your frequency by letting go of what doesn't serve you. Any negativity that you may be holding, any old grudges you may be holding from this existence, and if you believe in other existences or other lives, from other lives as well. So know that you are in the driver's seat. You are powerful because you are a divine being. And I love saying that because I know it's true for me. And it's so wonderful to know that these pillars are sending that reflection back to all of us. All right. Much love to all of you. Please feel free to connect with me. And you can get more information on fifth dimensional reality and how to get your crystal body built so that you can move into 5D. And also one other way you can lift your frequency I didn't mention, I should have, is becoming vegetarian and vegan, or vegan, either one. Not eating animals for food as you move out of, first into a transition diet and then out of it, will automatically begin raising your frequency and lower your karmic burden of give and take. And so changing your diet for this higher frequency on the planet, as well as doing your devotional work in whatever way that works for you, are all ways you can do this, as well as selfless service and tithing to places that are, offering human services, feeding the hungry, trying to find homes for the homeless, or people who are doing spiritual work and are not getting paid for it, supporting them. Whatever way you want to do that and share your gift of love and your gift of truth of who you are and what you want to give to the world, into the world that you want to co-create. So many blessings to all of you. Much love. Wishing you all the best and wanting to see you with me in 5D as we go create a new world in love together. So remember, crystal pillars are giving you a message 24 hours a day. You are a divine being. Embrace it. Love it. Make change. Many blessings to all of you. Namaste.